I'm filming this in my garage at 1 o'clock in the morning, so I forgot I had to do this project. Help me. COVID-19 is currently throwing the world into complete and utter chaos. It's also driving every self-isolating individual insane. It's bad enough that staying inside sucks and everything is canceled, but one thing that quite a lot of people are not talking about is virtual school learning. Let me tell you right now, it sucks. For one, there's no separation between your house and school, making it a lot more difficult to focus on your schoolwork. The cool thing about school being an actual separate building from your home is that you don't have all the distractions like you normally would at home. As much as students hate all the restrictions that school places when it comes to cell phone use, not being able to use it really helps you stay on track with your work. When you're at home, you don't have all those restrictions placed on you, so it's much easier to get distracted. For me, and any teacher who's watching this, I'm sure you can agree with me, I get distracted really easily, and having any device that has internet access is almost detrimental to my work ethic, as I constantly find myself watching YouTube videos instead of doing actual work. That's not mentioning the dozens of other distractions that I normally wouldn't have at school, like my PS4 or all my instruments that I play. Second, learning online doesn't even come close to learning in person with a real teacher. Learning through Zoom meetings and PowerPoints just aren't the same. The best part about in-person classes are the discussions. Discussions really help with the student understanding the topic that they're learning about. In Zoom meetings, most of the time you're muted while the teacher's talking, and even if you get unmuted or if the teacher actually lets you speak, most students don't want to. It's hard to explain, but it just feels weird discussing topics through a camera. It just doesn't feel natural, especially when you have 70 other students watching with you. And that's even if you're lucky enough to get a teacher who holds Zoom meetings, as there's quite a few who don't. Or you have teachers who have classes the same time as other teachers, and then you have to pick and choose what class you want to go to. It's really not a good system at all. I compare virtual learning to skim milk. You heard me. It's just trying to emulate real learning, or in this analogy, real milk. I'm failing awful at it. Yeah, I just converted virtual learning to skim milk. That's how upset I am. That's how much I really don't like virtual learning. It just grinds my gears. It's like skim milk. It's not even real milk. It's just like water trying to emulate real milk. Sorry, I just get into really heated tangents when I talk about skim milk. I think all this COVID stress is just really getting in my head. Which brings me to my final point, the stress. While the stress of online learning isn't that much worse than regular school learning, you still have the stress of school mixed with being stuck at home all day, plus seeing the same people every day, plus the sadness of not seeing friends in person for a long time, plus not even be able to go anywhere outside or see anything online without being reminded of this awful situation, plus the ungodly amount of dread that you feel when you realize you might be stuck in this situation for a lot longer than we have to, because the stupid people being stupid and the fact that you're never going to get any of this time back, you're ever going to miss out on events like prom or graduation, all add to a seemingly unending wave of stress. That much stress isn't good for anybody. Everybody, stay inside, wash your hands, and stay safe. Unless you want to stay in online classes for a lot longer than you have to.